Hello. Who the house? Who is here? Yes. We are live, Waspito live, with your able auntie. You can see auntie class. I see you. Please share the live. We have 30 minutes to discuss something very important, and we're having somebody here who will take us through this amazing discussion. We're having a discussion on something very topical. Hi, Ekukebe Collins. Hi, how are you doing? Thanks for joining. Please share the live, invite your friends to join us, because we have a very important topic that we'll be discussing. And una see and say una auntie self, una even hear from the accent. See this so now freshly from Canada. So pardon me if there's a lot of whitey in it. Okay, so yes, Casilia, I see you. Ekokobe, all the way from Dubai. Thank you for joining us. Thank you so much. Thank you. We are live on Waspito, and I am your influencer, your Waspito influencer, Auntie Felicia. Now you see the popping glow, see the caramel skin, right? Yes. And you know that when I am here, if I am here, it is because there is something very important, something quite important that I want us to discuss, something that we can gain useful knowledge from. I see you, Annie. I see you. Please share the live, invite your friends to join us. And so today, this evening, like I promised you, and we've been announcing. Hello, Susan Quenty. Hello. Like I promised you, we will be talking about stress and health. People like Caro, they know they stress me. Dukas, they know they stress me. Hello, Nanji, Catherine. Hi, hello. Yes. So we say it all the time that we are stressed. Our emotions are all over the place. And so today we want to delve into what is stress, and how do we handle stress? How does it affect our health? How does it relate to our health? How can we overcome it? How can we mitigate it? But before we know how to even control stress, we need to understand what it is. Hello, Nadir. Welcome, guys. I see you all. We have to know how to regulate, how to control it. Yes, Kasila, it's a very important topic. And so, I'm not an expert in stress. If I do comedy, so in some way I relieve people of their stress, but I also traumatize that around them. So I'm sure they themselves will be looking for ways in which they can come off the stress. So yes, so today I'm bringing in an expert, someone who would shed some light, a lot of light, will give us a lot about stress, tell us a lot about how to handle stress, what stress is, and how it relates to our health, how it affects our health, and how we can overcome it, how we can escape stress. And so I would have here with me Dr. Frederic Njimafo. Dr. Frederic is a generalist on Waspito. With Waspito, we have just the best of the best. We have the best. We have generalists, we have specialists. Think of it. So welcome. This is another episode of Influencer and Health, and we'll be having Dr. Frederic Njimafo here, who is, again, as I said, a journalist of Waspito. So once he comes, please feel free to, as we discuss on this, feel free to ask as many questions as you wish. We want to make sure that we have all the questions, we have them answered. The doctor will be here to answer. He's here at your disposal. So feel free. This is going to be a very interactive thing. I have all my questions ready for him. Myself, I have my own personal stress, Yeah, so I try to overcome my stress with my gilly, The gilly carry all my stress. Yes, but then we'll be talking today, from a medical point of view. And so we have with us and Dr. Frederic Njimafo, who is a generalist on Waspito. Make sure that you download Waspito app. This is the best telemedicine app that you can have. You can use it for consultation from the comfort of your home. You can consult. You just even your lab if you want to carry out your laboratory test, you from the comfort of your home, you can. I mean, think of the test. We have everything. I see you, Grand Phase. I see you, Grand Phase 237. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for joining. Please share. And today we'll be talking about stress and health, and we'll be talking with Dr. Frederic Njimafo, who is a generalist on Waspito. And I'm glad that you guys are here. I hope that you've all downloaded your Waspito app. If you know you've downloaded the app, let me see you. Send a love emoji. Send a love emoji. Yeah, quite. I mean, come on. How is it even possible that you're not signed on? I see you guys. Like I told you, we have Dr. Njimafo with us. And we'll be talking about stress and health today with him. He's a generalist on Waspito. I think he should. Matthias Mbok, I see you. Just waiting for a request from Doctor. Once we get a request, we'll delve into this topic. Quite topical, actually. I see you, we are 43 now. Please share the live. Come with your questions on stress and how it affects your health. Come with even your stories, your stress, and Doctor is here. Hello, Tamfu, Onel. Thank you, Grandface. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. We are waiting on Doctor. Once he shows up, Tampo, I'm happy to have you here. So happy to have you on the live. Like I told you, we'll be discussing on just stress. There's stress everywhere. Whether it's work, family related, business, stress everywhere. On an enemy, then plenty too. Enemy, the women's stress, relationship. Yeah. So, for Mecha Laura, welcome. Doctor say I have sent the request. I haven't seen. Let me see. Let me see. Let me just ask you to join. I'm adding you. Very good. I'm adding Dr. Njimafo Frederic. He's a generalist with Waspito. Again, please make sure you download your Waspito app. Download it. You can have an emergency. You never know. Even if you don't have an emergency, comfort. That's from the comfort of your home. So, Doctor is joining us. He's joining us now, and we'll be talking about stress. Let me see. Hello, Doctor. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly. I just cannot see you. And they told me I wanted them to see your very, very handsome face. They should know that Doctor is also very hot, Yes. So there are people who are already stressed out. Maybe by just seeing your face, the stress will go. But thank you for coming.
I don't know I don't know why the video is not working.
Or probably network. But we hope that while we try to fix that, we try to fix and get you in person. I want to welcome you here. Just a little bit, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? We know you're a doctor and a journalist on Waspito, but a little bit more, maybe a bit of your resume.
Okay, I am Dr. Frederic Njimafo or Frederic Njimafo. Those three names are mine. I'm a general practitioner. I have over 3 years of experience as a medical practitioner. I am very interested in care as a whole, not just the medical aspect of it, because health is a very broad topic, and what we do in the hospital is part of it. We don't do all at the same time. We do bits in the hospital, bits in the community, but it's really broad, and I'm interested in the broad aspect as well as the specific aspect of it. So I'm here today as your guest, Auntie Felicia, and I like your hair scarf. It's really original with the colors of the flag.
Amen. Yes, so I'm a flag bearer, as you can see.
It's interesting.
Thank you so much, Doctor, for joining. As you hear, Doctor has about more than 3 years of practice, and so today we'll be talking about stress and health. And I want to welcome Dean Faith all the way from the US, Frank Zulu, UG. Itadori, I see you, Quinta, I see you, Chair Florence, I see you, Ankele, Janice, I see you all. So, doctor, I mean, we all talk about stress. Stress is something we talk about every time. This thing stress me. This situation distress. They begin that stress me. Kara and Kopis, Kara and Dokas stress me. What does it really mean when we talk about stress? What is stress?
Yes, Auntie Felicia, I totally agree with you. Stress is something that everyone has experienced at least once in his life, irrespective of your age, where you come from, what you do in life. It's something that we all have to deal with. The difference is in the how. I mean, we all experience stress, but we don't react to it the same way, we don't handle it the same way, and it does not impact us the same way. I'm going to use a very common quote to illustrate what stress is. There's a common, it's like a quote or a proverb which says that the race of a person who knows that the lion has seen him is not the same as the race of someone who has seen the lion. So once you understand that, you understand what stress is. Stress is simply a reaction of your body to a particular situation which you need to overcome or which has disrupted your normal state of being. Another simple example is an aggression. You're walking on the street, somebody pulls a knife on you and asks you to give phone, money, jewels, and all what you have. You experience stress, and it has various ways of manifestation. It could appear in your thought. You are like, am I going to survive? What will happen to my family? What will happen to my children? You have body reaction. Your muscle tense up, your eyes dilate, your stomach, you feel like you have a knot in your bowel. You start sweating, your blood pressure goes up, your heart beats faster. Those are all the reactions of stress that we know. And it is important to note that stress can be good and it can be bad. What do I mean by good stress? Good stress is the stress that you experience when you want to overcome a challenge, when you want to move to a higher level, to something better, to a new destination. For example, you are recently hired in a company and you want to prove yourself, you want to show that you're worth the recruitment. You'll be willing to go an extra mile. You'll be stressful. You work longer hours. You do things that the others are not willing to do. Your boss will be putting you much pressure, but you will enjoy it because you know that at the end there will be a reward. And there's also bad stress. Bad stress has to do with rumination. You have experienced an event in the past, but you don't let go. Somebody has done something to you, somebody has hurt you like 10 years ago, but you still experience it every day. Each time they mention the person's name, your mood changes, your heart starts beating fast, you clench your fist and you hit on the table. If I catch him, I'm going to show him. That is negative stress. It doesn't take you forward. Another detail that I'm going to add to stress is that it can be acute or chronic. Acute means it can be punctual, a one-time event. You are crossing a road and a bike misses from hitting you. On that point, you feel stress, you experience stress and you panic. It can be on the long term. You have maybe a child that is not growing properly, he has a long-term disease and it's always disturbing you. What will my child become? How am I going to overcome this problem? Will he be able to cope in society? Will he become something? It's always on your mind and it's stressing you. So that's what I can say briefly about the stress. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, doctor. Actually, we have Chair Diodone Shamak. Agreed, boss. He says well explicit, doc, and Ekukube Collins says good explanation. So I guess we are all getting it. Chair Diodone says on point. That's my guy all the way from the UAE. And then Dean Faith says that what are the biomarkers of stress? I think you hinted at it in your discussion, but maybe in a nutshell, you could just give us some of the biomarkers of stress.
Okay, biomarkers will take us to physiology. I'm going to mention two substances that are produced in the human body. adrenaline and cortisol. I talked about acute stress. When you have acute stress, it's more of adrenaline that's the lead hormone or the lead substance. And everybody that did biology in secondary school remembers adrenaline, the fight or flight. You're ready for the event that is coming your way. If it is fight, you're having extra power, your eyes are wide open, you don't feel to pee, you don't feel to urinate again. That's the role of adrenaline. It's a one-time thing, and it goes up and then it declines with time. That's why when you face danger, you feel like you're high, like you're in a particular state for the period of time that the danger is happening, and then you experience a cool down. You gradually become lighter, as if a weight has been taken off your shoulder. That's for adrenaline. Cortisol is a gradual substance. It is secreted progressively in your body. If you are experiencing stress on a chronic basis, it means that your cortisol levels are higher. The results of cortisol are not as visible as the ones of adrenaline. Adrenaline, you really feel it. You are like charged up. But cortisol, you may not really have external signs, but your body is actually experiencing it. Your blood pressure will be going up, your blood sugar will be going up, you might be putting on weight for some people, and you might even be exposed to some chronic diseases which we call metabolic disease. So that's what I can say about the physiological aspect of stress.
Yes, doctor. I think when you talked about adrenaline, before I was thinking of Mr. Adrenaline, the director. I don't know how he usurped that name and starts using it to direct everything. But he's my man. He's here. He works from time to time with Waspito. Dean Faith say, is there a correlation between stress and aging?
Directly, I will say no, but indirectly, yes. If you are constantly stressed, if you are constantly having high levels of cortisol or adrenaline, the turnover of your cells or the activity of your body cells will be higher compared to that of a person who does not. So if your body works harder for a longer period than a normal person, definitely you might age faster than your peers.
So let me ask this question now, just succinctly. How does it relate to our health, stress in itself? Like, how does it relate to our health?
Okay, let's talk about health. See, health is a big term, it's a broad term. The WHO defines it as a state of emotional, mental, physical, and many other things that you can put inside, well-beings, which permits a person to be productive in his community, his society, or the world as a whole. So in health, we have many small items that we call well-beings. Now, when you're stressed, if I consider physical well-being, when you're stressed, we said that if you are stressed chronically, you are going to have your blood pressure and your sugar level up always. It will be difficult for them to be normal compared to a person who is not stressed. And if you have just those two elements high all the time, you're prone to developing disease. So this is one way stress affects your health. Another way, we talk of emotional well-being. When we talk of emotional well-being, we refer to your thoughts. Mental well-being, we refer to your thoughts and your emotion. If you are constantly stressed, you agree with me that your thoughts will not always be positive, especially if you experience the bad stress. You always have questions: am I worth it? Am I competent enough? Will I be able to succeed? Will people like me? Will people appreciate me? That's for your thoughts. Your emotions, you will not always have positive emotions. There are some people, when you share an idea with them, they tend to see the negative side first before seeing the positive side. Mm-hmm. They tend to withdraw. They tend to be afraid. That is, stress can influence that and indirectly influencing their health. Now, if I limit myself to these two well-beings I've mentioned, physical and mental, you agree with me that if you're stressed, these two will not be at their optimum. They will not be the best, and indirectly it's going to affect you and the people around you. We all know some people in our teams, be it in the family or at the workplace, who are kind of very pessimistic. They are negative. Whatever you do, they always seem to be not interested, they always seem to tend to discourage you. We might say, well, they are like that, but that's not true. If we really dig, we might find that some element of their health is not the best, and with proper help, with proper orientation or knowledge, they might improve and become better and more useful to the people around them. Thank you.
It is very interesting to when you talk about this and you highlight pessimism as something which could be caused by stress. It's very interesting. I mean, like I used to think that some people might just be pessimistic about things. There are some people who are just so critical about things, but it's interesting to see how those who see everything from a perspective of negativity could be an indication of a stressful of stress, if I get you right. So their mental, an indicator of their mental well-being.
Yes.
Yes. And the doctor also talked about other indicators like blood pressure and rising sugar levels as indicators. Ekoko Collins, I see you. Dean Fit, I see you. Okay, so I think Ekokobe Collins asked, what are, and that's the question I was about asking, what are the best ways to overcome stress? He says that's the question. And let me just take Dean's question to you, my answer both. He says, how can we have a community free of stress and stressors? And how can we promote stress-free health in our community?
That's a beautiful question, because
Yeah.
I guess they are asking the same question but with different words. We
Yes.
cannot escape stress. That's the first thing everybody must understand. A stress-free community, a stressor-free community is not possible. It does not exist. It has never existed. It's not going to exist in the future. Stress is part of our life, and I think that stress is even necessary at some point for us to move forward, for us to grow, for us to improve. Now, if we agree that we cannot escape stress, it means that the key question is how to manage our stress, because all of us,
Yes.
Auntie Felicia, myself, all our followers, people who are listening to us, we all experience stress. But the difference is in the how. How do we manage it? When you get into a taxi in the morning, from the way the driver responds to you, you can have an idea of how well he handles his stress. When you get to the hospital, for example, the way your doctor receives you, you can have an idea of how well he's taking care of his stress. And by the way, I want to say that doctors are very stressed, and we really love some sympathy or kindness from patients at times when they come. We are human beings after all, like any other
Yes.
person. But I'm digressing. Let me come back to the question. So it is in the how. It's in the how. And this is exactly what the new Waspito group that has been created, entitled My Health Puzzle, is trying to address. But to summarize the answer, I would say it takes knowledge. You need to know what health is, what are its components. You need to understand them, and you need to understand how it works. It's like a game. If you know the rules and you play, by the time you play your 10 or your 100 match, you will be an expert. So I think the link to that group is going to be shared in commentaries. If you download the app and you connect, you are going to learn a lot of things related to health, a lot of things related to stress, how to regulate your stress and how to handle it. But in one word, just to answer the question, it's all about coping mechanism. All of us have coping mechanism already, but there are some that are more efficient comparing to others. So if you learn how to cope with stress properly, it will never be a problem with you again. Even if it is, it will not be as severe as somebody who is not learned about that. Thank you.
So doctor says that on the Waspito platform, if you download the Waspito app, and I'm hoping that we all here have downloaded the app, there is My Health Puzzle, which you can actually have interactions, discussions on stress and other health related issues, and you're able to talk in real time with doctors and specialists and generalists, and give you some direction and some clarity on these things. He's also said that the gravity of the stress would also be determined by sometimes the coping mechanisms that you use. Doctor, when you talk about coping mechanisms, just break it down. Just break it down a little bit. I want you to operationalize it in practical ways. What do you mean by coping mechanisms?
Well, coping mechanisms are the method that you use to deal with a stressful situation, be it acute or chronic. They are meant to bring a relief in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And to prevent the generation of further stressful situations. And there are a variety. For some people, their coping mechanism is having a good meal. If they eat good food, they may feel relief. Others is going to the park, going into nature, and just moving around in a natural environment will make them feel better. Other people is expression, and I think this is one of the chief methods for ladies, talking about their problem, having someone who is going to listen to them, not necessarily to give an answer, but just to listen.
Listen, yeah.
It really helps some people, because when they express their problem, they are able to formulate it more precisely and probably design answers. And as a doctor, I want to say that there are many patients whom just listening to them for about 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 1 hour even for some, it may be boring, but when you take the pain to do it, at the end, they are really grateful and they thank you because they feel better, they feel relief. So talking is also a coping mechanism. Sleeping too helps some people. Even smile.
Yeah, that is to Dean Faith's question. He said, what is the importance of sleep in managing stress? So that's Dean asking.
I was talking about smiling or laughing. That's where Auntie Felicia also comes in. This is a really good therapy for stress.
Yes.
And if we are keen, we see that with the I don't know how can I say, with the fact that social medias have really exploded, we see that the people who engage into the fun enterprise have multiplied, and they really help. Many people, when you see them on their phone, they're trying to catch something that will make them laugh, and that is going to relieve their stress. Physical exercise also helps. When you do physical exercise, you actually secrete hormones that are the antagonists or the contrary of the two hormones I mentioned earlier, adrenaline and cortisol. So exercise helps you to clear those hormones and brings a feeling of relief. It makes you feel better. So I'm going to end there. We could talk about coping for the whole day, but this is what I can say briefly.
Yeah, so Dean, and doctor is saying that sleep is also a way of managing stress. And Dean is asking, does sedentary lifestyle promote stress? I don't know if you understand the question, doctor.
Sedentary lifestyle, if I understand Faith very well, are you referring to the absence of physical exercise? Well, I can't really say, because if I say physical exercise helps you secrete substances that will make you feel better, I can say that the opposite or the absence of physical exercise does not produce those hormones, so you always be under the influence of the one that are stressing you up. Now, I guess when you are sedentary, you are in a quiet environment, but are your thoughts quiet? Because thought also, your thinking process can stress you. If you are sitting in the house, you are thinking, I have to pay my Brazilian, I have to pay my Jangi, I have to pay my bills. It's true, you'll be in a calm environment, everything may be looking normal, but inside your head is what that is going on, and it's going to stress you. So, Faith, no, I would say no. Sedentary lifestyle will not relieve your stress. If it promotes stress, that would be person dependent.
So for those who are asking what sedentary means, it's basically just the time you spend sitting or lying down per day. You understand? So things like you have prolonged sitting and lying down. Things like watching television and those type of things. Like just that time that you spend sitting or lying down. So that's it. And doctor is saying that while that might seem like a calming thing, while that might seem like something that you can use to manage stress, your thoughts are also very important, because while you might be seated there, the same position, your mind might be a storm within. So it's not just the physical thing. I don't know whether I'm explaining it right, doctor.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Yes.
You got the
Good.
point.
Okay. Ekoko calling says, Auntie Felicia, man fit tell you his stress problems. So yes, if you tell me, if you tell me, if you tell me, or you sign up for Waspito and you get my health puzzle for the, and you can actually talk to those who are experts on this, like doctor. So we are at 7:31. This was supposed to be a 30 minutes thing. Doctor, any last words? Anything that you think that we need to know? How we can escape stress? Something? What can be
Yes,
done about the stress?
if you haven't downloaded Waspito, please download the Waspito app. Look for the group My Health Puzzle and subscribe. We are going to share very useful and practical information. It's not going to be lectures. No, all of us
Yes.
here. If you can have a phone, you can be on Facebook and follow such a life. It means that you are very knowledgeable. So we will be sharing practical tips, practical information which you can learn and apply and see results to improve your health, to improve your stress. That's what I can say. So please get to hospital, get to the group, and let's
Yes,
improve
doctor. So,
ourselves.
so a Coco Bear has a very interesting question. He says, "Can sex release stress?"
Yes, you should ask that question under the comments in the group on hospital. I'll answer.
Colin, so you're invited, right, to the group of hospital, my health puzzle, to ask that question, and doctor is there to give you in detail whether that can be a release to stress. I want to thank you, doctor. Thank you so much for being here. Like I said, you can follow up this discussion by signing up to the Waspito platform, by joining the My Puzzle Health, my Health Puzzle. Ask whatever questions you want to ask. Waspito is a leading telemedicine platform. You have doctors. You can do consultation. You can also have laboratory tests on the comfort of your home. There are a lot that you can learn by just or then do that by just signing up to Waspito, and there are a lot of services that you can have. There are a lot of specialists. There are a lot of generalists that you would find there, and it's just life made easy. And your health life made easy. So thank you once more, Doctor. It's been Dr. Frederic Njimafo, who is a generalist on Waspito. We're talking about stress and health, and I want to thank you again, Doctor, for coming. Thank you all for being here. Dean, Faith, Ekokobe Collins, Pinto, all of you, Shamak. Thank you all for being here, and catch you during the next session. Doctor, thank you so much. Thank you. Have a
Thank
lovely
you.
evening. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Auntie Felicia. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have
You're
a nice.
welcome. Thank you, Princess. Thank you, Kelly Janice. Thank you. Thank you for everyone who was part of this. Please follow up, download Waspito app, and sign up to ask your questions on my health puzzle. Thank you. It's ciao for me. Bye.